With SuperSport United's African dream of a golden treasure hunt having come to an end, they snap back to the reality of Mzansi's Absa Premiership quest up against the mother city's Ajax Cape Town in a bottom half of the table clash at the Mbombela Stadium, where we're hoping it rains goals and plenty of entertainment.
Remember, Ron Williams has had to play just about all the games since the beginning of the season. But with defenders like Morgan Gould in and around that area, he shouldn't be too worried.
Evans plays by Pana, looking for Mbombela, has protected it well, sent it up to the top goal scorer at SuperSport United in the Absa Premiership this season.
And do not forget that Modiba has played as an attacking midfielder for maybe the whole of his life, up until the injury to Basera. This when he had to be dropped into a more full-back position.
There's movement on this near side from Boateng, already has a couple inside the box to aim for. Right foot, not a bad ball! Oh, it's beautifully done! The glancing header from Modiba, and he keeps knocking them away as the top goal scorer at SuperSport United this season.
Beautiful goal, excellent goal. He's not the biggest of strikers, but he finds himself in a hole.
That's a brilliant header. If you look at the placement here, the keeper's at full stretch. That's beautiful placement in the header. Nicely done from Modiba.
Remember, it's the recovery time as well. And I'm sure if you're going to venture that much forward, you've got to remember that you still got to track back in time to be able to help out defensively.
From range, and only had his buddy behind it then to February, but it's Legay looking to test him. And we mentioned this game having a need for this sort of player. Someone looking to make things happen. We've seen two impressive runs from him. And then just to add something a little different, how's the sniper effort? Pala, Modiba as well. I think they all enjoy not only scoring, but creating for one another. And this is the beauty of the team goal that they enjoy. Mbombela, there's a strike! Couldn't get over it. Tusopala.
Good movement, free-flowing football on the part of SuperSport.
Shot from Tusopala. Ajax have hardly looked convincing going forward. They've had nothing on target. Case! Could be coming to the score line, and that's exactly what he was looking to do. Like change it from 1 to 2, and in the end, a good save from Jody February. Has to get down quickly. So often we've seen those sneak under a goalkeeper. Lemosa. Central areas now. Dishes and continues with his forward movement, makes up the numbers in there. 4 in there! Oh, it's a lovely ball. Best moment for Ajax Cape Town, and it all starts with them just showing a willingness collectively to make things happen in just the movement of the ball then. Something a little different from what we saw in the first half.
A great cross across the face of goal.
A little cold. There's Real Peterson. Unforced error, we've seen very few of those. Tusopala. Chance at the counter. We're just reading it better. They've come out a completely different side of Ajax Cape Town here. Header! Oh, what a save from Peterson! Much better from Ajax Cape Town. Flag had gone up, but it's a change in attitude that's brought about a general just change in momentum in this game. Came from an offside position.
Yep.
Did the furthest man forward than Tajik Maras. Still good save. Evans. Everything working out for Ajax Cape Town here in the second half. Shot from range! Oh, Peterson denies Ajax what looked a good goal then. Ajax are playing everything, including the kitchen sink at Peterson. Shoot Morris again.
Coming from so deep, collected the ball, and gee, what a touch from Peterson. That was a thunderbolt.
It's Mayane!
He's still running.
Mid-30s, yeah, still going. They hardly rest him. He's out there instructing his stuff as often as he can, lasting 90 minutes quite a lot. Well taken goal from Modiba after 25 that makes the big difference. It's SuperSport United 1, Ajax Cape Town 0.
Coach Eric, appreciate your time. Your thoughts, please.
Yeah, 3 points, but not a good performance, if I must be brutally honest. I thought, first half, to be honest, I thought our pressing was poor. Our transitional play, I felt we could have hurt them. Yes, we got the goal, but I felt we could have got a lot more in that first half if our transitional play was with a little bit more speed. But we didn't do that, and then our final pass was poor. And I think that last 10-minute period in that first half, we kind of took our foot off the pedal, and we looked very lethargic. And I warned the players at half-time. I said, this is a dangerous game. They can come back into it. One mistake from us, and they're back in the game. And the second half performance, simply not good enough, to be honest. But we had to hold on and fight. And considering maybe all the circumstances, psychologically, certain players, you know, you kind of accept it. You walk away and say, okay, 3 points, but we need to really look at ourselves and see what we've done wrong here today and make sure we fix it for Tuesday.
Word from our commentators says you may not be happy with certain aspects of the performance, but definitely you will take the 3 points.
Definitely. Like I said to you, you know, today's game was very important for us to collect the 3 points psychologically moving forward. You know, I think having lost that final and then having lost today, obviously psychologically that would have been a big knock. And then we mustn't forget we've got a few of the boys who were with Bafana, and the fact that Bafana didn't qualify, that hurts them. You know, people must also remember that they hurt actually more than us as fans, because they missed out on that opportunity to go to a World Cup. So it's obviously been a disappointing month for a lot of those players. So yeah, these 3 points hopefully psychologically works in our favour and their favour.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thanks.
Eric Tinkler, head coach of SuperSport United. Like commentary said, he'll definitely take the 3 points. He agrees too. Stanley Mensam is the man at the helm at the Urban Warriors. He joins me now. Stanley, appreciate your time. Say thoughts, please.
Well, clearly I was not happy with our first half. But I think the players also were not happy that we could see the second half. The second half was good. I think we did what we had to do, winning duels, more duels than in the first half. And then, yeah, a little bit unlucky. And when you're in this position, then things don't fall your way, they fall the other way. If I look at the goal we conceded, I think it was their only chance. But just before the goal, something strange happened. What for me, it's still strange, but okay. Again, it's those things happen when you're in our situation.
I'll get back to that, what happened. Let's talk quickly about the change that you made in the first half, that change of George.
Yeah, I saw, look, Skara, I don't blame him for anything. He's a youngster, he's 18 years, and this can happen, and it's a lesson for him, and it's nothing serious. But if you see that something is going wrong, you have to change as a coach. And well, with Sedwin, we have someone, Sedwin George, we have someone who can score goals, who can be dangerous, and with Tassi behind Sedwin, yeah, it makes a difference. So, yeah, you have to make sometimes you have to make choices, and sometimes they're good, sometimes not. That's life.
Evans
injury. He was struggling already in the first half with his, I think his belly, under his belly. So we didn't want to take too many risks. So that's why the change was.
I saw at halftime, before you came back, you talking to the fourth match official about that drop ball.
Yeah, for me it's, look, I can't change it, but I want to know what actually happened. And if he tells me the truth and he explains it to me, then I'm okay. But at that moment I didn't know what was really the rule or why he made that decision. So I thought it was wrong. And when I think something is wrong, I have to tell you.
And the fact that, because I heard you to say, in fact, you have to call both players.
Yeah, I think that's normal, but again, it was strange for me, and he just gave the ball back to SuperSport, and that's not the ruling, as I know. I'm not a referee, so I have to rely on their comments, and when they motivate that, then I'm okay.
Because I mean, even with the goal, then that was disallowed.
Yeah, it's another one, and also for that I'm going to ask an explanation, because it's actually the same situation, but now probably there was something else. There was no competition. I think when with the first throw there was also no competition, but again, things don't fall on our way, our side at this moment, and that's, you can see this.
It has to change, though, Coach. You know, I mean, because games are coming in quickly. I heard, because I was sitting outside your dressing room, your players are really fired up. Even when they left, you know, they were motivated to come out for the second half. It did not work out. You don't get a positive result, but surely it has to change soon.
Yeah, of course, but it won't change on its own. We have to change it, and I'm responsible for this at this moment. So I'm the one who has to change it with this team. And as long as I can work on it, I see something. I keep working on it, and the moment I see we can't do anything anymore, then it's over.
Thank you so much, Coach.
You're welcome.